Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested. That's right, we're gonna go see Mufasa. We are dressed to the nines in Lion King gear.
This is my shirt.
Check that out. Right there, we got some Lion King shirt, and what else? We got like cheetah arms right there.
And I got cat arms.
Yep, you got cat arms right there. Kitties. Guys are so excited. I cannot wait for you to see this. They've been wanting to watch this for a long time. We got Christmas stuff still all over here. They're running over to the poster. Very cool.
Can we get popcorn?
By chance, Papa's here. Savoy 16.
I want to be close up to this.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Loved it? You give it a heart? Cool. Did you like it? Do you give it a heart also? Very good. Can you give me a roar?
No, just smile.
Okay, now smile.
Can you stand a little bit?
Wow.
Okay, we're back home. What did you guys think of the movie?
I loved it, and I'm Mufasa.
And what was your favorite part? Do you remember?
Everything.
You loved everything about it?
Everything.
So, wasn't it weird to see Scar as like a nice kid at the beginning?
Yeah.
And then he kind of
I'm Mufasa.
turned into the Scar that we know in the cartoon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Mufasa.
And wasn't Mufasa so cool and smart and brave?
Yeah, but I'm Mufasa.
You're Mufasa?
I'm Scar.
So you all loved it, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so the kids are in bed now, so I thought I would just talk about the movie a little bit. Overall, I enjoyed it. I teared up a few times. You know, there are things in there that are, I don't know, maybe... Well, here's the thing. The reason why I was skeptical of this movie to begin with is because it doesn't seem to respect the lore of the animated show. The animated movie, where Scar and Mufasa seems like that they are brothers descended from kings, right? It all just seems, you know, very, very linear. So this feels a little like maybe contrived, convoluted sort of shoehorned storytelling where they are making it much more complex than it is, you know, at least the way it's presented in the original Lion King. And if you continue with the sequels and the television show, The Lion Guard, you know, this completely wipes away so much of that story. So it's not following the animated movies and television show. So that's just, you know, personal baggage, I guess, that I brought to this. But, you know, I don't have a problem when the comic book movies stray heavily from comic books and or animated series of superheroes and things like that. So I think with this movie, it just, you know, I had to get over that hurdle. You know, the Disney Renaissance is very special to me. I was the perfect age for all of that stuff to come out. And, you know, when they are making the original film so close to the animated film, you would think that they would continue that with this sequel, but they did not. Again, it's very different than everything else that anything animated has told us about Scar and Mufasa. I mean, I don't know, there's just so much that alludes to them being descendants of kings before them, right? So, I don't know. I guess I had to get over that hurdle. But once I did, I was able to sort of sit back and enjoy the movie. One thing that I think is a major improvement with this one is the facial expressions. Like everybody, all the animals in the first one seem to have zero expression. Here, they took our notes and they enhanced that, and that was so much better. When they're talking, when they're emoting, it's so much stronger in this one. And the sense of realism may be dialed down a little bit, but not too much. I think it's actually where maybe it needs to be if you're going to go that far. Because the first movie, I think they went so far to where they just seemed like emotionless. It might as well have been, and I love this movie, it's one of my favorite movies of all time, Homeward Bound, right? Where there it's just voiceover and there's no mouth movements. Like, that's almost how the Lion King live action one was. So here it's much stronger because of you know the eyebrows and like smiling. Like, I don't know, it's just very strong when it comes to the emotions. The movie's sort of bookended in storytelling mode. Like, this is Rafiki, like telling Simba's daughter the story of Mufasa and what and Scar and what their life was like as children and young adults. So you have Timon and Pumbaa also there listening in on the story, and then every once in a while they'll pop back in here and there, which I think is nice because the movie ultimately is pretty serious, I guess. You know, there's jokes and stuff, but you don't have that strong comic relief that you get from Timon and Pumbaa. But by bringing them back in every once in a while, when you flash back to like present day or whatever, it's good to have them, you know, making their jokes, making things a little bit more light when you compare it to the rest of the movie. The kids handled the film really well. A lot of times when we go to the theater, or the few times that we've gone to the theater, you know, they've gotten really scared, but here they were, you know, there were moments where they were frightened, and you know, one of them did cry when, I guess, can I give you a little bit of a spoiler? Did cry when, actually, I don't know if it's fully a spoiler, and because I don't really know how to describe it, but there was a moment where Mufasa's parents were in enormous danger, and we see something happen to them, and one of my daughters was crying and, you know, asking, are they going to be okay? Are they going to be okay? It was very sweet to see that response. I remember that, so that I think was the first movie that made her cry, actually. For me, it was Cool Runnings. But out of happiness for me, not worry, because when they lifted in Cool Runnings, when they lifted the bobsled and then walked it across the finish line, I like started tearing up, and I was like, what is this? What's happening to me? Because it never happened before while I watched the movie. But yeah, it was emotional. Like I said, I teared up about 3 times. I think there's a major improvement with the expressions. A lot of things do feel shoehorned in. I feel like even the introduction of Sarabi, Simba's mom, feels a little shoehorned. Not shoehorned, like she should be there, but the way in which she was introduced. Here, I think this is some of the issue. The lions all don't, the lions all kind of look similar. So you have these bad lions that are very white, but when we are introduced to Nala, Sarabi, it could be a bad lion, you know, and because it's really dark during this time. So when she was introduced, I was like, wait, who am I looking at? Is this what's going on here? I was a little confused, but maybe, I mean, I don't know. It makes sense that maybe it was designed that way. Also, I don't know, things almost sped along too quickly. Like Scar and Simba just became like best buds, because they're not actual brothers in this movie, not blood related, but they just like hit it off so fast to where it was like, it almost seemed like they had known each other, except for based on what some of the dialogue was. Like they just seemed like they, I don't know, got along really well, extremely quickly. But overall, again, I like it. I would watch it again, actually, with the kids. I think that would be fun. And I don't think it's as bad as people are saying, or at least it seems like we're hearing heavily negative reviews, but I don't know. I thought it worked. I mean, I guess I get it. You know, there are some issues with it. The music, I don't know, the kids like the music, but I don't know, it's all Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I think at this point I'm starting to tire of his style, or it's starting to feel a little stale to me. But the kids really enjoyed it. And you know what? That's who the movie's for. So they loved it. They were so excited. And I had a good time. And it was great to see them watch a movie that they were so excited about, begging to watch. And that's like where the real joy was for me. But again, the movie's good in our opinion. We liked it, and it brought tears to our eyes and smiles to our faces, and we really enjoyed it. So, have you seen Mufasa: The Lion King? And if so, what did you think? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.